Ladies and gentlemen, Mars is at opposition, the closest point since 2003. I'm in a really bad mood, and it is the Support and Save THORNEWS August fundraiser run. So this should be interesting, you know? Yeah, what we got going on now is a ton of rain. Right now it's passing up pretty much, on like 30% of the United States. And our stalwart of super weather, cranky weather guy, says that we need to get prepared for some flooding in Tennessee and the Appalachians. And I would say along the East Coast if you're anywhere near this. Cranky had pointed out, it seems like the models have gotten it really wrong. This is his blog at stormhamster.com entry. Highly recommend you check it out. Sometimes he's way too smart, way too detailed. But even though it hurts to learn, it's fun sometimes. Strong setup for interior mid-Atlantic and coastal flooding. Now, I always get dipshits who are like, you're blowing it out of proportion. But as I proved in like a video or two before, like, was I think Maryland and Pennsylvania, parts got the rainiest month of all time in July. And we aren't even done with July, man. Right? So, I've been wasting my time, effort, trying to get people to unite to adapt with these earth weather changes. But the information I've been putting out is pretty damn solid. And on top of that, we just had the Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico erupt hours ago. So we got a strong setup for interior mid-Atlantic and coastal flooding. And then a lot more heat coming over the west coast, which will probably mean more fires. Strong divergent pocket across the Appalachians. And remember, the jet streak has just been crazy. Like this thing that dips down forces all the moisture down and then to come up with force. So if Cranky's ringing the bell, then I'm definitely ringing the bell. A lot of converging signals here. I'll leave a link to his blog in the information box under my PayPal, where you can donate if you want me to continue to bring you the news. Because we had a deal years ago. I said, hey, if you guys continue to pay my bills, well, my rent is $575. I literally this month I haven't gone out, but I went out once, had 2 beers with Fitzroy, and we played pool. Every other day I've been working. That's all I do is work. I'm always broke. I got somebody calling me names and somebody threatening to kill me and somebody threatened, and I got hackers. It's really great stuff. All right, what am I talking about? Oh, yeah, so it's going to be like, and then we're getting 2 weeks of this shit, man. It's going to flood. It's going to cause problems. Our damaged infrastructure is going to take more damage. One thing that is interesting, if you watch, I don't know if it's going to do it as much, but because I'm watching the last time a volcano erupted in California was 1913. And I got a feeling we're going to see an eruption of a volcano somewhere around there again sometime in the near future. But it's weird to watch the rain that does pop up. It does seem like almost like fumes. The volcano that erupted was here, so that's not too far away. And remember, this is the blank spot. There are no volcanoes erupting in the Ring of Fire. All right, what do we got? So yeah, I mean, it's a mess, and the atmosphere, because like when volcanoes explode, that affects the heat, the area around it, and the atmosphere that's pumping. I mean, it shot ash, dust, and gas 6,500 miles into the air. So, or is it meters? That's pretty dang high. And then August, it's going to be hot, hot, hot for a lot of people. And then I would guess that would bring the rain and the stormy weather through here. Oh, that's cool, though. So that's cool, I guess. Yeah, so these places are going to be super hot again. If you hadn't saw the last video, one of the models is showing one of the Pacific hurricanes heading straight to Hawaii, but then knuckleballing it away at the last second. So that is 10 days away. So we're going to have to watch it. Oh, yeah, and so I'm not blowing this out of proportion, because if it was, they wouldn't have a giant green severe weather wiener pointing at Katya in New York. So, yeah, this place is going to undergo some pretty heavy flooding. And on the models, they're showing that, yeah, it's definitely through heat. The middle point of the mid-Atlantic is going to be the worst part. The lightning is kicking off 31,000 strikes in the last 30,000 in the last 2 hours. It's always interesting to look at the lightning field, though. It's like a light bright, but different. I'm hoping. I'm going to selfishly check back because I want more rain. I heard some thunder here earlier. Yeah, it does appear to all be. Wow. So yeah, I mean, the red is pretty heavy rain and the purple is super heavy rain. So a lot of these areas are getting hit pretty hard. Yeah. Alabama. Tennessee. Georgia. Yeah, that's a lot of. The good news is that it's moving pretty fast. If it were slower, this would be deadly. But I think, or like I said, that this is going to continue on and off for 2 weeks. But these are interesting days, no matter what. Even if a lot of times it's miserable and people are angry all the time, at least we're not bored. Can't remember the last time I was bored. But as you can see, we got a lot of water vapor that is hanging around the Gulf and being pulled up across. You're getting the Pacific moisture and then the Gulf moisture. But why? Here's our Azores high, and then the moisture from the tropic gets pulled up into it, and then sometimes it meets up with the Pacific moisture, and that's when you get the biggest, nastiest storms. But I am fascinated by the rain strip that keeps going up the mountain spine. That's fascinating. Look at that thing up there, and then so you get the. What is that one doing? It doesn't even know what it's doing. Everybody's going crazy. And as you can see, this is the next 48 hours. Once again, it has that section of the United States getting nothing but rain. On and off. And then now we are looking at Earth together. You and I. Are you going to get mad if I grab your hand, ma'am? It's always weird. But just, so you got this giant moisture splotch by the equator. And then it is pulling the moisture from there up to the Atlantic. So you're getting moisture from multiple places. And here's our giant Azores high that is causing all this mess. Crazy days indeed, man. And, wet, very wet, deep tropical moistures in the region, and will continuing to feed up into the area. Yeah, we have an upsloping event as well, and this will exacerbate the situation. So yeah, I hope everybody's ready for this low that's coming down. Like I said, it's going to be one. A lot of the meteorologists, Cranky, Henry Market City, a lot of the guys are like, all right, we're now in the phase where you can't really watch the models, you're going to watch the map. So it's a good time. Stay on top of it. One thing Cranky pointed out, this one storm from last night that hasn't moved in hours and shows no signs of moving. So that's weird. Weird weather everywhere. So how is Mars affecting you? Have you been grumpy today? What's been your mood? I guess I'm just grumpy because I've literally busted my ass. All I do is work and I'm still broke, and Google has me in a freaking lockbox. Because they definitely don't want people to get along, and they definitely don't want people to prepare for the weather. So maybe all my bets were bad. But if you would like to continue to support THORNEWS and keep me up and running and save the day, I will be accepting PayPal donations. I'll leave the link in the bottom. Man, what I need is one rich dude to send me a decent payment so I can just cover the crazy ass weather that's going to be happening for the next 2 or 3 months. Minimal. Everything I have is minimal. except for cigarettes. But that is my girlfriend. If I break up with my girlfriend, what am I going to do? Anyway. That's the irony. Like, if I give up my YouTube channel and just go get a job, I got like a 100% chance of getting a girlfriend. Much better chance. Nobody wants to. YouTubers in the truth community, we are the pariah. Anyway, so yeah, I would absolutely love any contributions or donations. If anybody appreciates all the work I've done, that's wonderful. And somehow, if we can pull it out with 4 days left, over $500 to go, then I will keep doing this, even though, you know, it's weird. Since I'm here and I'm just, I don't know, part of me feels like I'm driving my channel on the ground. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Like, literally, because let me show you something. If you're still here, I got so many. These are all the videos I work on. Way too, like, let's take more of the elements. This is all edited shit. And it's just too doomy. Like, I haven't been able to, there's so much destruction and I just haven't been able to, it's too doomy. And before, when I was in decent moods, I was like, man, I can't put this all together. This will make people jump out windows and be like, oh my God, the world's ending. Because that's the feeling you get. It just dams breaking and bridges falling apart and major floods and volcanoes and tornado, just everywhere. Fires, dead animals, dead people. And so, but I guess during this, we got 4 days left. I'm just going to say whatever. I'm going to put it out. Chunks. This, what is it? Here's the one, the big one. Yeah, here's 2.5 hours of all the shit I've edited. Couldn't figure out a way to put it all together. What do we got in here? You see floods, heat. And it's like, all, dude, so many, like, all these are like dead Christmas trees. Like, crops are just getting crushed. Of course, like, the shelf clouds have been amazing. Tornado season. Fires, more fires you know to do with. Super hot, records being broken everywhere. Jet streams not acting right. Microbursts. Mesoscale convective systems. Rip current deaths. Jellyfish stings. Killer bee stings. Attacks. More heat. Tornadoes. Rain. Yeah, the rain records have just been on fire. Probably older. Sinkholes. Oh yeah, dude, I got a file of sinkholes like crazy and cracks in the earth. This is 2 hours of shit. It just, you know, East Coast flooding. I mean, it's been wild. Like, some days it takes me like 2 hours just to pull all the videos because so much shit is happening everywhere. It was like the dam that broke in Laos. It shows like all these towns totally submerged. Like the whole thing for like 50 miles. It's just 15 feet of water. And they're like, oh, 36 people died. Like, oh yeah, in the same way in Puerto Rico that 60 people died. Like, they are just underreporting these numbers so bad. Volcanoes at the yin yang. You see, and I'm only 10 minutes, wait, an hour. Like, there's just so much. But the main thing, like, the heat that's going on in Europe, that's just insane. Anyway, alright, so yeah, I'll put together the Doom video sometime later, today and tomorrow. But you guys stay cool. And don't, you know, a lot of you guys have been amazingly supportive, amazingly awesome. It's just, I'm just frustrated because the world gets worse and nobody's working together. So, you know, everything I've ever worked for, no success anywhere. So, all right, stay cool. Somebody's like, you need to get back in your groove. I was like, yeah, I know. All right, stay cool.